We come here because it's the largest match in the nation, and we like the camaraderie. We meet up with other people that shoot the brands and the old vintage guns.
The CMP National Matches are the pinnacle of the high-power target shooting matches in the USA, and the nice thing is that we're all invited to participate. The matches are hosted at the Campery National Guard Training Facility in Port Clinton, Ohio, at the southern shore of the Lake Erie. Campery started as a rifle and artillery practice training facility back in 1907. During World War II, it served also as a POW detention camp. Some of the huts used to house German POWs are still in the premises. Unfortunately, they have been neglected, and these historical structures are now doomed to disappear. The national matches have been performed at Campery since 1907, yes, more than 100 years ago. Throughout these years, the matches have been conducted by the Department of Defense, the NRA, and finally, CMP since 1995. Campery provides 4 fighting ranges: Viales with 1,000 yards, Young 800, Rodriguez 600, and Petraca 200. You can sign up for the pistol matches. Air matches are popular among junior participants. Small bore 22 caliber matches are also performed at the 50 meter and 100 meter range. Obviously, high power service rifles are the main course of the competition. Then there are the vintage service rifles, those with wood and steel used on armies of the past. You can stay at the Campery campgrounds in an RV, the barracks, or you can choose a more hotel-like accommodation. We opted for the luxurious and private accommodations of the barracks. The first thing you have to do at Campery is to get your rifle checked and approved. Then wake up very early and head out to the range, trying not to get asleep. Wait for the sun to rise. It's quite a beautiful view by the lake. You have to make the line, gather at the fighting lanes, and then get counted. Take this time to know your mates. At 8 o'clock, the cannon roars and the flag ceremony begins. It is a solemn moment to remember and meditate. Now set up your gear and get ready to start. The service rifle starts with a freestanding position with 10 slow fire rounds at 200 yards. The wind is here to make things difficult, and since we are near the lake, it's a challenge. Good shot, by the way. The next stage is the rapid fire sitting. These are 10 shots shot from the sitting position, starting from the standing position. You sit quickly, take 2 shots, make a magazine change for reloading, and then shoot again. Our shooter has enough time to adjust the sights, and then she resumes the shooting.
There's an adrenaline rush that is real, and it's the fear of not being able to make those 10 shots on time. Shots are not electronically scored, they are manually done, and here's the pit where the other shooters perform the beat.
Ready on the left, already on the firing line.
The rapid prone stage is shot at 300 yards. It is similar to the rapid sitting in that you start from a standing position. You have 2 rounds in the magazine at first, and then you perform a rapid reload for the other 8 rounds. Our shooter checks his first 2 shots and then takes his time to get those 8 last shots in a good place. Sometimes you get lucky and rain just pours down on you with a vengeance. No, the shooting does not stop because of rain. So that's a small nuisance to deal with, but it's over. The last stage is shot in the prone position. It's a 20-shot slow fire at the 600-yard line. The fatigue, the sun, and the hunger at this time might affect your accuracy, so be aware. If you have shot straight into your target, you can walk tall with the grind in your face and go and collect your gold.
What brings you here?
The pits are sealed, no one will go forward on the firing line without permission from center line.
A really exciting experience. And if you like shooting at all, it is the place to be. The people are outstanding.
Do you shoot vintage in another
I
places?
shoot everything, and mostly CMP, Garands, carbines, 1903s. I will be shooting a vintage sniper with my bud.
The MP1 Carabin match start the vintage cycle with their 100-yard shooting range. 10 shots, slow fire in the prone position is the first stage. Even at 100 yards, it is hard to hit the target accurately, much more than with the regular service rifles. The 10 and X's are hard to find. The second stage is the rapid 10-shot prone position, starting from the standing position. The magazine starts with 5 rounds, and a quick change is performed to load another 5 rounds. More than 6 million of these carbines were produced, and they were on the US Armed Forces up until 1975. The third and last stage is the slow fire standing 10-shot. These carbines are light and handy, really nice to have. The Garands are next. These rifles render all other bolt-action rifles obsolete. Firing at 200 yards, the same pattern of events is repeated. Slow firing, rapid prone, and standing position. The vintage service rifle competition cover bolt-action military rifles from other countries. As long as they are still in their original configuration when issued, they are all welcome. Here is a Mauser in action, slow fire prone stage, and the attire to match its vintage status.
Already on the firing
The
line.
rapid fire prone is next. Here you can see an Lee Enfield number 4 Mark 1 or maybe Mark 2. Notice how smooth that action is and how fast he can make a reload. Of course, that shooter definitely knows how to work his rifle. Here we go with the Mauser again. I don't know why it keeps popping up through the video. This is a nice K31 and a P19. As you could expect, there are a lot of military active and retired personnel competing. Some of those veterans are injured. Some of the injuries are visible, others are not. Shooting on this competition helps them get out again and be part of a friendly community. The last stage of the vintage match is the slow standing 10 shots in 10 minutes. The demand is so high for these vintage rifle matches that there are 4 days of vintage competitions. Having the pressure of time to make the shots, firing your vintage rifle among 100 other shooters, the sounds and the smells, the struggle to make these machines that are over 100 years old to work as new, all adds up to make this experience one that is unique. The last match is the Vintage Sniper. This is a 2-person team competition, a shooter and a spotter, fired from 300 yards and 600 yards. Each shot is fired in a 30-second time frame. You have to consult with your spotter, make any corrections, load, get your sights on target, and make your shot. In the end, these matches hold a lot of the good things that life has to offer. You spend time doing things that you enjoy and value, surrounded by other people that also enjoy them. Sharing your knowledge and proudly displaying your hard work certainly brings you joy as well. You meet people from all over, make new friends, and help others out. It is indeed a time well spent in life that makes you look positively into the future.